Hello YouTube, this is BUB'S Comics coming at you with a quick comic haul. This is going to be a collection of eBay and actually a auction site. A buddy of mine had an auction going on. He uses highbid.com, I think it's called. He's a picker, and he had picked up some comics and other collectibles, so I had picked up, bid through the auction, and I won a couple of items. He shipped it to me, so anyway. This one was a Facebook auction win, and it is Spider number 1, the Spider number 1 by Dynamite, and it's the Virgin Art variant cover. Well, relatively virgin. It has a couple of little things down here, but that's about it. So we'll take that. That's plenty virgin enough. Then getting into the auction wins, the other auctions, like the estate auction, I guess. Here is Archie's Girls, Betty and Veronica. Oh, I only paid $2 for that Virgin Art right there, so I was happy about that. Next we have Archie's Girls, Betty and Veronica, number 138. My winning bid was $3 for that. Most of these are in pretty rough condition as far as these Archies go. They're pretty up there in age, 12-cent comics and all. But my wife really enjoys them, and I really like having something to get for her, because it's a lot of fun, to hunt and pick out stuff for other people. I think that's just as much fun as getting something for myself. Sometimes more fun. So next we have Betty and Veronica, Archie's Girls, Betty and Veronica, number 141. So that's continuing in that same series. And here's number 148. That was really cute. I love the little sayings that they have on there. And if you get my wife in the right mood, when she first gets one of these comics, she will act out these with voices and everything. So that's always a lot of fun. Probably my favorite part about her getting the comics. It's going to be a quick one today. I stepped out of my usual collecting of comics a little bit because he had a couple of things that I was kind of interested in. This first one is with COA, a signed photo, if you will. It's kind of like, you can tell the age on it because, first of all, it's a DVD, like a DVD cover, widescreen edition of Matrix Reloaded. It says DVD down here. Anyway, it's signed by Carrie Ann Moss, Keanu Reeves, and Lawrence Fishburne. So it has all three signatures on it. I don't know how well that picks up on there, but it does have all three signatures. There you go. You can kind of see it there. And, it's got the COA and everything. And I think my winning bid on that was like $10. Happy to have it. I have a little Matrix display up here. I'll show you a little bit of this. I have a little Matrix display up here. So it has Carrie Ann Moss, Lawrence Fishburne, and Keanu Reeves. So we'll go ahead and put all that together, and I'll be trimming some of this off, which I really didn't like how they did the COA, because what they do is they put like a non-removable sticker on there that will damage if you try and take it off. And then it has a COA. So COA, you can take that off and put it with anything else. Doesn't matter as far as, moving it around. But that sticker, you can't. So they put the sticker really high up, like this high. And so that makes it difficult. I wanted to trim it down a little bit to just, you don't need all that white background. It was clearly something that someone printed off at home. So it's not high quality, but I really like the signatures, and I don't really have anything like that, so I was excited to get that for a reasonable price and to help out my buddy. So I was happy to help. Let's see. Next we have Hugh Jackman, signed autograph, says "Best wishes, thanks, Hugh Jackman," and that's autograph picture of when he did Van Helsing, which I think is a great movie. I love it. In fact, if I had him to sign something, I have a Van Helsing comic book with his likeness on the cover. And if I had him sign anything, it probably would be that comic. So having this, I'm pretty excited to have. And this is nice and easily framed. So I'm going to trim that off and put it in a nice frame and hang it on the wall. So I'm happy about that. Okay, put the kids to bed. So this next comic, if you've been following my channel any, you know that I've been picking up some Cave Woman comics. I have one of my all-time favorite covers right there. Absolutely love that one. That's just beautiful. And I get them, you know, because they remind me of my wife. And so this next one, and Clyde the gorilla reminds me of me. So this next one's for mature audiences only. But I have gone ahead and censored it for YouTube purposes. And so that's Cave Woman Jungle Tales #2, Mature Edition. So what they did with these is they went ahead and, like, there were some stories that were a little too goofy or a little too racy, really, to put into the main run of Cave Woman. So what they did in these Jungle Tales series is that they collected, you know, one or two or three of these stories in each volume, if you will. So this is #2, but there's #1. It has a couple on it, and I think it goes up to 4 or 5. And it has little letters and interesting tidbits about kind of behind the scenes of how all this stuff was made. So anyway, if you're a Bud Root fan, it's the artist, and if you enjoy, you know, Miriam's Cave Woman and Clyde the gorilla, then this is a must-have. And the story is very mature. All the stories are very mature, or immature, however you want to look at it. They're fun, they're goofy, and she, you know, is naked half the time, so it's pretty fun. You know, again, for mature audiences only, but if you have a chance to come across this Cave Woman and you decide it's something you like, it really doesn't get any better than this. So next I'll show you a small little side project I had going on. You know, comics take over. They take over everything. Every space you have, just all over. They're just everywhere. They really take over. I don't know if I ever showed this one. That was one of my wife's presents for Mother's Day. She got Betty and Veronica, and they're dolls, and they connect, and they come with 2 comics too. But anyway, what I was going to show was my new comic holder. So this is the this is it. So what it is it's a file cabinet, a legal, you know, like horizontal, I guess, file cabinet. And I had an old one from a business that I had, and I didn't really need it. You know, it was old. It was kind of a putty color, like a peach or tan. And so we got it. We painted it kind of a comic blue or Wolverine colors, if you will. Put yellow bars across it, and then painted the drawers black. So I'll step back a little bit and give you a better view of that. But look at how many it holds. It holds 5 short boxes across each row. And there's 4 rows. So if you're fast mathing it, that's 5 times 4 is 20. So it holds 20 short boxes. That's really exciting for someone like me who's collecting rapidly. So the difference is with these is that if you get like, okay, so short boxes are all different. They're not all different sizes, but a standard BCW short box is like a little over 15 inches. But if you get these, and the whole thing scoots out like that. See how that happens? Look at that. And you can reach every comic in there. You can even pull the boxes out straight up and down if you wanted to. If you open it all the way, it clicks out, and you can lift every box up. And I just took the lids off. The lid does fit. If you wanted to put the lid back on there and slide it back in, it would, but it's just kind of a more hassle. So just having it this way is a lot easier. So what happens is that these little short boxes are like the graphic short boxes that you can pick up, and they're thinner cardboard here and here on the side and on the front, and they're also shorter. They hold a few less comics, about 6 to 7 less comics than a standard BCW short box. So what's good about that is that it actually fits inside this. It's basically the size of a legal piece of paper. So it fits inside this cabinet exactly from back to front. There's a little lip down here. Can't really see it because it doesn't show up well on the camera because it's so dark. But there's a little lip right there that the box sits inside of. So if you don't get this shorter box, it doesn't fit. So there's the Batman box. You can get these, you know, $13 or so generally in your local comic shop if they carry them, or Comic-Cons. And, you know, I've told you this tip before. If you can get it at a Comic-Con on Sunday evening or at the end of the show, they don't want to have to break these back down into flats. So you can usually get a good deal. These I bought for $10 at the end of the show. So you get a little bit of a break on them. And then here is, you know, the X-Men one. A lot of people have this and show this one off. It works with the Harley Quinn one, the Deadpool one, pretty much all of those that are this format. Now they have other ones, like the new Indestructible Hulk one, the official BCW, like the Valiant box and the Spawn box. Those are too long. Those are regular BCW sizes, and that just doesn't fit. So for the ones that were too long and don't fit, what I did is I cut the back of the box. I just sheared it off with a box cutter. See, there's still a metal piece there holding it back, and then I just took this comic divider and set it there to brace it. That way nothing's touching the metal, and then we're still in good shape. Look at that. Yeah. Man, I got some decent comics here. I should read some of these. So anyway, that's what. Look at that. Ooh, I love when it's just random. You just reach in and out pops something awesome. That was not so great. But anyway, look at that. Yeah, we'll take that all day. So anyway, that's my little creation. My wife helped me put it together. She did some of the paint work. Probably the better paint work was done by her. Look at this. Look how nice that pops out. Isn't that nice and smooth? Now, I'd say they're pretty heavy, but I have room for some graphic novels down here because I don't have enough comics to fill it all just yet, but don't worry, we're working on it. Down here, I have my Wolverine run, and I have some empty spaces in the middle. Like I said, it fits 5 across, and it fits the decorative boxes the best. But here's my Wolverine run, quite a bit of it. From volume 1 until current, and that's it. So that was our little kind of project. I think it worked out really well, and the drawers are very strong because they're meant to hold probably as much weight as a comic, if not more, because the comics have at least a little bit of plastic in there, a little bit of box, but if that was just straight paper all the way across, that would be about as heavy as you could get. So, other than like holy water or something. So it's pretty strong. The drawers don't bend, bow, or anything. They're all metal, and they don't move. So it's a nice, perfect little system there. And it gave me a nice flat top here to display some of my stuff. So super excited about all that. It really has worked out pretty well. Can't complain too bad. So anyway, that's my little comic haul, and I don't know where you could buy. I don't remember where I bought this. I think I picked it up like from an office that was closing. I probably paid like $10 for the whole thing. So, and then of course we painted all this stuff up. After I was done using it in my office, then we repurposed it. And I think it looks pretty good. Now it has, when you buy these new, they come with like lids that come over top and close. So they're like swing tops, and then they slide in. Well, for these purposes, obviously I didn't need that. I don't want to cover that. I like the way this looks. But also, if you see the very top up there, it's really tight. So you can't, this is where the original hinge was for that door, the sliding door that came out and closed down. So there wasn't enough room to clear the box. The box comes right up next to it. So that's why it has no doors. But so to paint these yellow and to have that kind of contrast in color and make it kind of look like Wolverine colors, I think it worked out pretty good. So that's my little haul and my little project. Oh, look, there's James Bond. That's my mouse. It's an Aston Martin, James Bond's car, one of his cars. So anyway, that's my little mouse. Got the little light up trackball and everything. All right, enough showing off. You all enjoy, and if you've got any chance to read a comic like this, read a comic like this, and if you've got a chance to hang out with a woman like that, hang out with her. That's what I'm going to do. So talk to you later. Read one. See you later. Bye.